Well, today is the start of one of the busiest weeks of the second quarter earnings season, and one of the hottest momentum stocks on Wall Street posted its results after the closing bell. Netflix, the video streaming service, earned $1.15 per share. That was a penny below Wall Street forecast, but revenue was better than expected on a sharp increase in subscriptions. And with that, shares initially moved higher in late trading. So how many more TV watchers are tuning in to Netflix, and where will it be streaming those movies next? Julia Boorstin has more.
Bottom line, Netflix is adding customers faster than expected, reporting more than 50 million streaming subscribers for the first time. So what drove that subscriber growth? While Netflix doesn't disclose specific viewer numbers, the company says it got a big boost from the popularity of the second season of Orange is the New Black. Looking forward, the streaming video company says it expects to add subscribers even faster, projecting the addition of 3.7 million new streaming subscribers in Q3, most of them coming from overseas. Netflix announcing in September it'll launch in France, Germany, and other European markets with over 60 million new broadband households. For Nightly Business Report, I'm Julia Boorstin in Los Angeles.
Some other big tech companies on tap to report earnings this week as well. Apple and Microsoft. Both are set to release their second quarter earnings results tomorrow. Kim Forrest joins us now to tell us what she's expecting from these two tech giants. She is senior equity analyst with Fort Pitt Capital Group. Good to see you, Kim. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Both of these reports are very important, of course, but it's going to be interesting because Microsoft has a new CEO. They had the Nokia acquisition, so there's a lot to look for in these reports, isn't there?
There really is. There is a lot of moving parts, and Microsoft has a lot of change, but so does Apple. And well, they have a lot of potential change. I think investors would like to hear news of what they have next, and usually that's not what they do in earnings reports, but we'll see tomorrow.
And what are you expecting? Why don't you take Apple first, since it's
Sure.
sort of a headline stock, not that Microsoft isn't.
Sure. Well, I think it's more accessible to more people, regular investors, because they probably have at least one Apple device. And that's the thing that's going to drive this stock. How many phones were sold and how many iPads were sold. Last quarter, iPads were a little disappointing, so I think the street is really going to be looking at that number.
You know, Kim, we also, of course, have that Nokia acquisition from Microsoft, and we have some layoffs that are coming from Microsoft. It seems to me that that could really kind of be confusing in the report. There's going to be a lot to kind of separate out to get net what Microsoft's performance was in the last quarter.
Exactly. And adding to this is the fact that you have so many people that follow and report on Microsoft, and they may or may not have gotten the memo on how to do the accounting for this. So it's going to be a confusing time tomorrow after 4 o'clock. But we're going to be able to weed through that. And the thing that we really look at for Microsoft especially is the parts of its business that are geared more towards business. So that's the server and tools and the Office franchise. So those are the parts that we're going to be looking at closely.
Let's move on to two other tech companies that report later this week, Amazon and Facebook. I seem to be buying something from Amazon every day. I bought a shower head today, for goodness sakes, Kim. What do you expect out of that company?
Well, I have to tell you this, I bought two things. I bought a coffee maker today from them and dog bowls. But so, you know, they really are the one-stop shop, aren't they? And we're not really, the consumer stuff that they sell is kind of interesting. It's very low margin. What we're really looking at is what they're doing with the cloud. And they seem to always give you one piece of information but not another. So it's really difficult to see if they're making money or not. But that's a very intriguing business for somebody like us to watch, or like somebody like me to watch.
Facebook, give me the one metric that's going to be the most important in that report tomorrow or in the analyst call.
Mobile revenues. That's where people are focused on for this stock, and I think that's for good reason. We want to know if people are buying mobile ads and how that's going to let them grow in the future.
Kim, thank you. Kim Forrest with Fort Pitt Capital Group.